influence in how life is lived by us. Ang mga dumarating sa ating buhay ay inaanyayahan natin consciously or unconsciously. At the very least, kung hindi man natin sinasadya, ay pinapayagan natin na mangyari o magtagal. Kaya mahalagang kilalanin kung ano nga ba ang ating inaakit para kung ayaw natin yon ay huwag nating akitin. Luke 6:43-45, Jesus speaks here, "A good tree cannot produce bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot produce good fruit. You can tell what a tree is like by the fruit it produces. You cannot pick figs or grapes from thorn bushes. Good people do good things because of the good in their hearts. Bad people do bad things because of the evil in their hearts. Your words show what is in your heart." Isang matagal, matanda, nakatotohanan na, wala nang bago, dahil alam na natin ito. Sabi ng Panginoon, ang puno nakikilala sa bunga. Kung mabuti ang puno, natural, mabuti ang bunga. At kung masama ang puno, masama ang bunga. Huwag kayong padaya sa itsura ng sanga, itsura ng dahon, sa bunga, nagkakakilanlan. So ano ang bunga ng buhay natin? Ano ang bunga ng ating mga pagsisikap? Kung mabuti ang pagsisikap, dapat mabuti ang bunga. Ano ang bunga ng ating mga pag-aaral, ng ating mga ginagawa? Mabuti ba o hindi ba mabuti? Ayaw ba natin o hindi natin gusto ang ganong mga bagay? Some people attract problems. Mga problema, mga suliranin. Nagtataka pa sila kung bakit lagi silang may problema at pabalik-balik yung mga problema nila. Kaya mahalagang maintindihan natin that we attract even our problems. Some people bring trouble to themselves, to others, to God. Even when we keep on asking God to do what is against God's will. 2 Samuel 11:3-4. Samuel happened to see her and he sent one of his servants to find out who she was. Or David happened to see her. The servant came back and told David, "Her name is Bathsheba. She is the daughter of Eliam, and she is the wife of Uriah the Hittite." David sent some messengers to bring her to his palace. She came to him, and he slept with her. A short episode in the life of David that tells us how somebody else's wife ended up in his bed. Nakita niya ang babaeng ito naliligo sa kanyang bubungan at ipinakuha ng hari dahil yung asawa sundalo na nasa duty, out of town. So ang daming problemang ibinigay ito sa buhay nilang dalawa. And who invited the problem into their lives? Sila rin. Si David, ang dami naging problema dahil una, inimbita niya itong babaeng ito sa kanyang bahay na hindi naman niya asawa. Ito naman babaeng ito, nagka-problema dahil maliligo lang, doon pasakitan ng iba, sa bubungan pa. Hari tuloy ang nagpakuha sa kanya, ano magagawa niya? At malay naman natin kung gusto rin nga niya. Pero nagkaroon sila ng problema, walang umimbento nun, sila din. Marami sa mga problema natin, ganon. Kung hindi man tayo ang diretsong umimbento ng problema, yung problema ay inimbento ng somebody close to us na siyempre madadamay tayo. Some people attract betrayal. Si Samson, ang laki-laking tao, ang lakas-lakas na tao, napagtaksilan ni Delilah. Samson's strength is overcome by his weakness for women who betray him. Bawat kasi bagay may katapat. So kung may lakas ka, meron kang hina. So yung kahinaan mo, binabantayan mo dapat. Dahil yun ang katumbas ng iyong lakas. And the strength of Samson would only be defeated by his weakness for women. Judges 14, 6-7. But the Lord's Spirit took control of Samson, and with his bare hands he tore the lion apart, as though it had been a young goat. His parents didn't know what he had done, and he didn't tell them. When they got to Timnah, Samson talked to the woman, and she was sure she was the one for him. So kung gaano kalakas si Samson na kaya niyang wasakin ang buong katawan ng isang leon na parang isang batang-batang kambing pa lang, ganoon naman ang kahinaan niya pag dumating na sa usapan sa babae. At napakadalas niyang na-in-love sa kanyang maiksing buhay. Judges 14, 16-17. Samson's bride went to him and started crying in his arms. "You must really hate me," she sobbed. "If you loved me at all, you would have told me the answer to your riddle." "But I haven't even told my parents the answer," Samson replied. "Why should I tell you?" For the entire 7 days of the party, she had been whining and trying to get the answer from him. But that 7th day, she put so much pressure on Samson that he finally gave in and told her the answer. She went straight to the young men and told them. So, uso kanila nun, bugtungan, palaisipan. At napakahirap ng bugtong ni Samson. Kinailangan ngayong malaman ng mga kalaban niya kung ano yung sagot. Itong babaeng ito ang ginamit. Nagmungoy-ngoy ang babae, nanuyo ng nanuyo, nagdabog-dabog, lahat ng tricks in the books ginamit niya. And finally, on the 7th day, nakuha niya rin yung sagot. Si Samson na hindi kinakatakutan yung layon, na uto ng babaeng ito. Gullibility attracts betrayal. Premature and wrongly founded trusting attracts betrayal. Marami po nagtatanong sa akin sa Facebook, bakit kaya lagi na lamang po ako naloloko ng mga lalaki? Nagpapaloko ka, pamangkin. Yun lang yun. Walang ibang sagot. Huwag mong sisihin ang lola mo, huwag mong sisihin yung mga lalaki. Siyempre, lahat ng kayang lokohin yan, lolokohin. Nasa iyo na kung magpapaloko ka. Huwag ka magtaka. Pag paulit-ulit ang problema, ikaw ang gumagawa nun. Masakit aminin, pero habang hindi yan hinaharap at inaamin, hindi mo malulutas ang problema mo. Magpapaulit-ulit. Bakit po kaya lagi na lang kaming nalulugi sa negosyo? Kahit anong simula namin, nalulugi. Look at your techniques, look at your ways. Mapagtiwala kayo sa mga umuutang na hindi magbabayad, mapagtiwala kayo sa mga empleyado magnanakaw. In other words, hindi pa dapat magtiwala, nagtitiwala ka na. Nadadaya ka tuloy. Some people attract loss. Kahit anong gawin nila, lugi ang ending. Lagi silang nawawalan, natatalo, nadadaya. Some people attract misfortune or failure. To the servant who was given 1 talent, sa kwento ng Panginoong Jesus, mayroong servant na binigyan ng 5 talents, mayroong binigyan ng 1 talent or 5 certain unit of money, at dito sa isa, 1 unit lang, konti, nabawi pa yon. Matthew 25, 26-27. The master of the servant told him, "You are lazy and good for nothing. You know that I harvest what I don't plant and gather crops where I haven't scattered seed. You could have at least put my money in the bank so I could have earned interest in it." So may pinagtiwalaan ng malaking kapital at may pinagtiwalaan ng konti. Yung konti na lang ang pinagkatiwala sa kanya, wala pa nangyari, hindi pa niya naparami, hindi niya napaunlad, binawi sa kanya, and he fell out of grace. So laziness, disloyalty, complaining against your master could actually be your loss. Bakit maraming empleyado nagrereklamo kahit na lang po saan ako pumunta, natatanggal ako. Kahit na lang saan ako pumasok, hindi ako napopromote. Tuwing may tanggalan, ako una sa listahan. Bakit? Ano yung dala-dala mo kahit saan ka namamasukan na nangyayari yun? Bakit lagi ikaw nalulugi, natatalo? There must be something about you something about your behavior, your style, that attracts this kind of life and lifestyle, and even mga sabit sa buhay na ayaw mo. Now, there are some people who attract accidents. Pag may nahulog sa motorsiklo, siya na naman yun. Pag may bumangga, nasa bidadrive, siya na naman yun nagdadrive. Pagka merong nawalan ng cellphone, siya na naman. 5 cellphone na nawawala. Promise, mawawala ika-6. Paulit-ulit. There are really people who attract accidents. Sapta sasabihin nila, bad luck. Hindi luck yun. Hindi bad luck yun. There is something that you do that causes it. Halimbawa, ayaw mong mahulog sa bintana, huwag mong gagayahin si Eutychus. Acts 20 verse 9. A young man by the name of Eutychus was sitting on a windowsill. While Paul was speaking, the young man got very sleepy. Finally, he went to sleep and fell 3 floors all the way down to the ground. When they picked him up, he was dead. So nagsisermon si Paul, humaba ng humaba, inantok ang Eutychus. Saan siya nakaupo? Sa bintana. Nakatulugan niya yung sermon. O nung nakatulog siya, nalaglag. 3 floors, patay. Maganda nga gawin sa church na walang sandalan ng mga upuan na yan, no? Para pag mga inaantok maglaglagan at mabarog. Kaya lang, hindi naman mamamatay. Baka masaktan lang ng konti. Pero ito namatay. Bakit? Ba't siya na naupo? Yung mga umuupo sa death seat, nakasakay kayo sa bus, front seat kayo, katabi ng driver. Pag nagkaroon ng banggaan, kayo siguradong mapipipi. Because a driver will automatically save himself, whether he likes it or not, whether he thinks of it or not. Iiwas yung sarili niya sa banggaan, ililiko niya yung sasakyan para iiwas ang sarili niya. Automatic yon, impulse. Sino mapipipi? Edi yung katabi niya. Yun ang mapapalagay doon. Kaya madalas yung nakaupo sa front seat, kahit sa kotse, pag nagkakaroon ng aksidente, yun ang malalaang tama. Bihirang-bihira naman kasi yung sa gilid ka tinamaan o sa likod. May mga lugar talaga, mga kapatid sa mundo, na pag doon ka lumagay, malapit ka sa disgrasya. Bibili ka ng lote, nandun sa tinutumbok ng kalsadang palusong. May nawala ng preno. Sa palagay nyo, saan paparada yung truck? Hindi sa bahay mo, sa loob. So pipili ka ng titirhan mo, di sana hindi yung sinutumbok ng sasakyan na papalusong. Tinutumbok man, paahon, nandun ka sa taas, hindi ka tatamaan. Placement is important. Positioning. Ngayon, yan lang yung mga kitang-kita natin na placement. Pero sa buhay, meron din mga placement na delikado. So di namin naman naliligaw sa iyo, ang papakasalan mo pa halimbawa, yung wanted. O di pag nagbarilan, talaga maladalas na tamatamaan ka niyan. Ang magugustuhan mo yung tamad, di pa may naghirap, kasama ka doon. Saan ka lumalagay? May nag-aaway-away, kanino ka kumakampi? Dapat nga hindi ka sumali, pero kung kakampi ka pa doon sa obvious na matatalo, di talo ka. Kaya mga bayani, di ba namamatay? Na magiging bayani lang naman sila, 1 generation later pero during their time, namamatay sila kasi ang kakampi nila na cause, yung mahina. Well, walang bumibigil sa inyo kung gusto nyo maging bayani, pero tiyakin nyo lang na kung kakampi kayo sa isang cause na anti those who are powerful, get ready to get hurt. Because you are positioning yourself. Nahuhulog ang loob mo sa lalaking may asawa. Anong buhay ang binubuo mo para sa sarili mo later kung talaga nagkahulog-hulog na di mo na madampot ang loob mong nalaglag? Anong buhay ang magiging buhay mo? Nasa pagpupwesto mo yan Tapos dasal ka ng dasal sa Diyos, hanguin ka sa hirap, ikaw ang lumagay dyan. Kaya mahalaga mga kapatid, tinitingnan natin, what do we attract? Some people attract rudeness, bad behavior. Halimbawa, yung mga wise men na dumalaw sa Panginoon nung siya ipinanganak, nag-courtesy call mo na kay Herod, they were courteous to him, but Herod attracted rudeness on the part of the wise men. Matthew 2, 7-8, and 12. Herod secretly called in the wise men and asked them when they had seen the star. He told them, "Go to Bethlehem and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, let me know, I want to go and worship him too. Siyempre, bola yon. Gusto niyang patayin yung bata. Later, they were warned in a dream not to return to Herod, and they went back home by another road. So, itong mandaraya na to na si Herod, anong napala niya? Nasnab siya, hindi siya binalikan. Hindi na nag-courtesy uli sa kanya, yung mga tao, umalis na lang ng palihim. Kasi, his behavior attracted that kind of evasive reaction. There are some people who attract exploitation and abuse. Sa pagpupwesto mo lang sa iyong buhay, sa pakikitungo mo sa kapwa, minsan inilalagay mo sa sarili mo na pwede kang maabuso, pwede kang ma-blackmail, pwede kang mapagsamantalahan. Halimbawa, si Sarai, wife ni Abram, hindi sila magkaanak. So naisip niya, sabihin sa asawa niyang lalaking si Abram, anakan yung katulong nila na si Hagar. Hindi ka magkaanak. Tapos isusuong mo yung isang babaeng katulong mo para anak ka ng asawa mo. Pag nagkaanak yon, anong palagay mo magiging lugar mo? At yun nga ang nangyari, Genesis 16, 1-4. Abram's wife Sarai had not been able to have any children. But she owned a young Egyptian slave woman named Hagar. And Sarai said to Abram, "The Lord has not given me any children. Sleep with my slave, and if she has a child, it will be mine." Abram agreed, and Sarai gave him Hagar to be his wife. This happened after Abram had lived in the land of Canaan for 10 years. Later, when Hagar knew she was going to have a baby, she became proud and was hateful to Sarai. Yumabang yung katulong dahil siya na ngayon yung nagdadalang tao, daladala niya sa sinapupunan niya ang anak nung among lalaki. So ngayon, hindi na siya nagpatsimay-tsimay na lang sa dati niyang amo, mataas na rin ang kanyang pride, at nilalabanan na niya. Bakit? She was empowered by Sarai. Do you empower people to be able to abuse you later? Because you think malalamangan mo siya, magagamit mo siya, ma-exploit mo siya. At the end of the day, ikaw pala yung pwedeng malugi. Dapat pag meron tayong pinaplano, layuan nyo yung pananaw, saan patungo yun? Anong gagawin nun sa inyo? Anong gagawin nun sa mga tao nasa paligid nyo? Some people attract that kind of reaction. Yung naaabuso sila. Yung sobra kang napaka-polite, kahit ang kaharap mo parang halimaw, ang gagawin nun, siyempre, aapihin ka. Hindi ka nagre-reklamo, kahit pwede ka nang magreklamo at dapat ka nang magreklamo, siyempre, dadagdagan pa nila yung mga pag-aabuso sa'yo. You attract that. Kaya pag pinag-uusapan natin, lagi po akong naaapi, nagpapaapi ka, yun lang yun. Pwede ka naman hindi pumayak eh. Water follows the path of least resistance. Yung tubig, doon dumadaan sa pinakamadaling daanan. Kung mataas ka, hindi ka niya aakyatin. Kung matigas ka, liliko na lang siya. Pero kung ang lambot-lambot mo, tutunawin ka niya at dadaanan ka niya. Ganon din ang mga tao. When you don't resist anybody, people will abuse you. Kaya may mga nang aapi kasi may nagpapaapi. May nang kakawawa kasi merong nagpapakawawa. Nasa iyo rin yun. Kung itutugon mo lang sa pang-api sa iyo, iiyak, lalong lumalakas ang loob ng nang-aapi pag nakakakita ng luha. Because it makes them feel powerful. So merong pinagpapakitaan ng luha, yung mga mabababa rin ng loob at mababait din, nababagbagan loob. Pero pag ang pinakitaan mo ng luha, isang matigas ang loob, lalong lalakas. Lalo kang kakawawain. So pipili ka. Kanino ka nagpapakita ng soft side mo at ng hard side mo rin. Some people attract rebuke. Singit ng singit, sabat ng sabat sa usapan, hindi naman alam ang topic, hindi naman siya expert, magsasalita, napapahiya tuloy, nakakatanggap ng pagtutuwid, kung minsan may kasama pang parusa. Halimbawa si Pedro. Mark 8:31-33, Jesus began telling his disciples what would happen to him. He said, "The nation's leaders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law of Moses will make the Son of Man suffer terribly. He will be rejected and killed. But 3 days later, he will rise to life." Then Jesus explained clearly what he meant. Peter took Jesus aside and told him to stop talking like that. But when Jesus turned and saw the disciples, he corrected Peter. He said to him, "Satan, get away from me. You are thinking like everyone else and not like God." Kapedrong-pedrong tao mo, natawag kang Satan kasi nagsasalita ng hindi nag-iisip. O nag-iisip man, hindi naman niya pinag-isipan kung ano yung pinanggagalingan ng kanyang kausap. Yung pinanggagalingan lang niya, ang inintindi niya, at akala niya tamang-tama na siya. Mali. Gaano karaming beses po tayong nahihiya, napapahiya, nasosopla, kasi pasok tayo ng pasok sa usapang di naman natin naintindihan. So we attract it. What makes people attract bad things? Tulad sa mga nakita natin mga halimbawa, it is possible that we attract negative and bad things because of self-promotion. Nagmamagaling, nagmamataas, nagmamalaki. Luke 18:11-12, the Pharisee stood over by himself and prayed, "God, I thank you that I am not greedy, dishonest, and unfaithful in marriage like other people. And I am really glad that I am not like the tax collector over there. I go without eating for 2 days a week, and I give you 1/10 of all I earn." But actually, this man was rebuked. Sa inyo, salamat na lang po't mas banal ako kaysa dito sa kabilang taong katabi kong nagdarasal din. Self-promotion. When you always self-promote, you will soon be rebuked. You will soon be corrected. You will be cut down to pieces. Mas mabuti na ikaw ay nagpapakumbaba at itinataas ka sa dapat mong kalagyan kaysa nagmamataas ka at ibinababa ka dahil hindi ka bagay doon sa lugar na pinipilit mong puntahan. Pupunta ka sa isang handaan, uupo ka agad sa presidential table. Tapos tatawagin ka ng usher, ililipat ka sa likod, sa malayo, yung pala doon ka dapat. Kung talagang bagay ka naman sa presidential table, kahit maupo ka sa labas, hihilahin ka pa nila papasok para mapalagay ka sa presidential table. Hindi mo dapat ina-appoint yung sarili mo, hayaan mo sila. Kung ayaw mong mag-attract ng negative attention, para hindi ka na tatama, para hindi ka iwasan. Pag lagi kang presko, pagka lagi kang mapang-abuso, pag may kinakausap ka, ang tagal-tagal, ang haba-haba, mamaya iiwasan ka na. Tapos magtataka ka, ba't ka iniiwasan? Alam nga namang attractive ka, tapos iwasan ka. Siyempre, meron tayong repulsive behavior. What makes people very attractive to such things? Because of their gullibility. Trusting too much too soon. Mabuti nagtitiwala, pero degrees, levels, antas-antas ng pagtitiwala, depende sa naipapakita noong gusto nating pagtiwalaan na worthiness niya para pagtiwalaan. Tulad yung asawa niya unang lalabas, no? Kaya siya nangako. Yung anak ang unang lumabas. Siyempre, hindi niya masira-sira yung pangako niya. Ano ba naman sabihin sa Diyos? Ay, Diyos, nagkamali po ako, sorry, parusahan niyo na lang ako kung dapat, pero huwag na lang po natin ituloy yung usapan. Pwede ka naman umatras, pwede naman, madali naman kausap ang Diyos, mabait ang Diyos, pero napatay yung batang yon, kawawa naman, because of a reckless father. How many lives of children are destroyed because their parents make reckless decisions? Hindi tama ang ginagawa at iniisip na papahamak ang mga bata. When Japhet returned to his home in Mizpah, the first one to meet him was his daughter. She was playing a tambourine and dancing to celebrate his victory, and she was his only child. Inosenteng bata, napahamak, dahil sa pabayang ama. Padalos-dalos, hindi iniisip ang ginagawa o ipinapangako. Meron pa mga magulang na buntis pa lang, ipinapangako na, o sige, yung anak ko, papakasalan yung anak mo, ha? Yung hindi nila kasali sa usapan yung mga bata, tapos yung mga bata ang napapahamak doon sa mga ginagawa ng magulang nila ng mga pangako. So mahalaga, nag-iingat tayo. Alam niyo itong batang to, itong dalagita, pumunta sa mga kaibigan niyang babae, nanangis doon. Inisa-isa niyang puntahan, nag-iyakan sila ng nag-iyakan for a life that she would no longer be able to live. And then, she was sacrificed. Innocent people are sacrificed when we make reckless decisions and when we are reckless in our deeds. What makes people attract such things, negative things? Lack of self-respect. When you don't respect yourself, people won't respect you. It is as simple as that. You want people to respect you? Respect yourself. Have dignity. Do not covet what you do not have, and people will respect you. What else makes people attract negative things? Weakness, as we have seen. It could be a physical weakness, but more than that, emotional and spiritual weakness attract trouble. Malaki ang problema ng hindi nagpapakatatag. Ecclesiastes 4:1. I looked again and saw people being mistreated everywhere on earth. They were crying, but no one was there to offer comfort, and those who mistreated them were powerful. You see, being weak attracts aggression. Kahit sa international politics, pag mahina ka na bansa, pinipitik-pitik ka, binabatok-batukan ka ng mga kalaban mo, kasi kaya nila. Dapat malakas ka. Kung wala ka mang balak na mang-api, dapat malakas ka pa rin para hindi ka apihin. At kung gusto mo, ang lakas-lakas mo, maipagtanggol mo ang mga naaapi. Pero hindi virtue to be weak. You have to be strong. Not only physically and financially, but you've got to be strong-willed. Dapat buo ang loob. Matining ang loob para hindi ka inaapi-api ng kapwa. What makes people do bad things? Lack of discernment. Kakulangan ng pag-iisip, pakikiramdam, ano bang tama, anong mali. Proverbs 10:13, if you have good sense, it will show when you speak. But if you are stupid, you will be bitten with a stick. So ang kamangmangan, ang kahangalan ay napaparusahan. Kailangan ng tao nagpapakatalino. Being bad, being on the wrong and bad side attracts bad things. Pag may mga kilala kayo nag-aaway-away, don't take sides. And in fact, if you have to take sides, isipin mo, mapapahamak ba ako sa side na ito? Tama ba ito o mali? Talo ba ito o panalo? You can be neutral. It's always best. Pero wag laging sali ng sali sa mga gulo. Like things attract when it comes to this issue. So how can this be prevented? Paano natin maiiwasan, mga kapatid, na akitin ang mga di magagandang bagay? 1 Thessalonians 4:11-12, try your best to live quietly, to mind your own business, and to work hard just as we taught you to do. Then you will be respected by people who are not followers of the Lord, and you won't have to depend on anyone. Don't attract bad things. Live quietly. Live peacefully. Mind your own business. Gaano karaming gulo ang napapasok natin na hindi naman talaga natin gulo, nadamay lang tayo dahil lumalahok tayo. Sumasali, nakikisangkot sa hindi naman dapat. Attract good things by being self-reliant. Pag masipag ka, you work well, you work smart, you will attract good things in life. It is the rule of life. Proverbs 2:12, wisdom will protect you from evil schemes and from those liars. So again, pabalik-balik ang turo sa atin ng Bible, be wise. Don't be foolish. Foolishness attract poverty. Foolishness attract danger. Foolishness attract trouble and pain and sorrow. Be wise. Proverbs 4:5-6. Be wise and learn good sense. Remember my teachings and do what I say. If you love wisdom and don't reject her, she will watch over you. Magpakatalino. Kung pabalik-balik po ang mga negative things happening in our lives, yun malas. Yun ay manufactured by you. Whether you know it or not. Whether you agree or not. Hindi ka nilikha ng Diyos para ipaapi sa mga elements. Binigyan tayo ng will. Binigyan tayo ng kakayahan na piliin ang landas sa ating tatahakin. Most of the time, it is you who cause your own trouble. Or at least others cause it and you allow it to bother you. Or you are so close to people who create troubles that you cannot avoid na madamay. In that case, konting distansya, lumayo-layo ka. Pagka ang isang tao ay alam mong masasagasaan ng truck at siya ang nagpapasagasa mismo, ba't ka naman makikipag-holding hands? Hindi nasagasaan ka rin. Be wise. Know what you don't like. Know who you don't like. And don't attract them into your life. Don't invite them. Meron tayong kakayanan. Even the devil cannot force us. Sabi sa Bible, resist the devil and he will flee from you. The devil, very powerful. But resist the devil and he will flee. Kung ang demonyo, pag tinanggihan mo, hindi makakapagpilit, tao pa kaya? So nasa sayo na yan. Kung napipilit ka, kasi pumapayag ka. Aming Diyos, turuan niyo nga po kami. Nakilalanin ang mga pananagutan namin sa mga hindi magagandang nangyayari sa aming buhay. Lalo ko ito'y paulit-ulit, nakakadamage, nakakasakit. Turuan niyo kami magsuri sa aming paraan ng pag-iisip, pagsasalita, pagkilos, pamumuhay, kung ano ang elemento ng buhay namin